Dude, I'm pumped. The Xbox Showcase is just around the corner now at this point, it feels like anyways. And we could be seeing State of Decay 3 teased. Finally, something to show us. Please let me know what we're getting into.
I feel like this game has been nothing but a tease so far.
This is Logan Moore of comicbook.com. The reputable Xbox Insider may have been teased. The State of Decay 3 is set to be shown off again soon at the publisher's annual summer event. All the way back in 2020, Xbox and developer Undead Labs first announced that State of Decay 3 was in the works with a brief teaser trailer. Dude, it was brief. Like, it was all cinematic. I doubt any of that was gameplay, but it had me, I was like, oh, we're back, right? So I played State of Decay 1, the definitive edition. Recall. You can't recall? Oh, really? Dude,
no,
it was...
it's been so long.
The person get ready to... They're hunting. So they pull up the bow and arrow. She pulls up the bow and arrow. She sights up this deer. And then the deer turns. And, dude, the deer was turned. Because it was like half deer and then half zombie. It was like, what? Yeah. Since it's revealed, though, no additional news, trailers, or gameplay footage on the project have come about, which has left Xbox fans with far more questions than answers. Fortunately, it now sounds as though this silence is soon to be slated to come up to the end. Based on the new post from reporter Jez Corden, it seems that State of Decay 3 is set to appear during Xbox's forthcoming June showcase. Haha, sweet. In recent days, reports and rumors tied to this event have been picking up a lot of steam, without a doubt, with Gears of War 6 being one of that, and to make an appearance there, as well as something to show with some Call of Duty, Scott, I just saw recently as well.
Yeah, that's being talked about now.
Yeah,
Call of Duty is still continuing if you had any doubts.
Yeah, shocker. Quote, I'm excited about Gears 6 for the June Xbox Showcase, but there's another game whose state I'm incredibly excited to learn more about, end quote, Corden wrote. Obviously, Corden's use of the word state in this message is what stands out in the most and suggested that State of Decay 3 should be getting a new reveal of some sort. For the time being, Xbox itself has yet to even confirm that it will be holding a new showcase in the coming months. That being said, on an annual basis, Xbox tends to hold press conferences of some sort that takes place in June. For 2024, reports are claiming that Xbox's next event will occur on June 9th, 2024. If this is accurate, it suggests that we should hear the broadcast announcement in an official capacity in the coming days or weeks. Scott, dude, I'm pumped. I'm excited for the event. I think this is the event. We already know, we talked about it a lot out here, right? We already know what we're getting this year. It's now, let's tee up the next couple years. Here's when you get, I don't think we get a date. I think we get a window, right? 2025, State of Decay 3. 2025,
yeah.
Fable. 2025, Perfect Dark. Like, dude, right? How does that feel?
There's some reason to be excited about
doesn't it?
That definitely is a lot of things to be excited about. And I want to see how Xbox kind of holds their perceived lead in the console race this year. I don't know if that's fair to say, but the idea of having releases to go and what kind of games are coming down the pipe that we can be excited for. I'm hoping State of Decay 3 joins that, but it's been so long since State of Decay 2, I can't actually recall when that game came out. Was that 2019? Before then, perhaps even.
Good question. Let me check. State of Decay.
I think I played that I played one of them, but it's so long ago again, I've forgotten which one.
It's definitely been a while. 2018 is when State of Decay 2 was released. I got my brother hooked on it. He played a ton of it. I played a ton of it. Dude, I love State of Decay. I think it's funny, as much as I'm not a zombie guy, State of Decay is one of those games that just pulls me in. I do love Dead by Day, or not Dead by Daylight, but The Walking Dead from Telltale. That's a different experience.
Yeah.
Right? But to get into State of Decay 3, when I saw that trailer, I was like, wow, what, like, here we go. How many people do you think we get to pull in with us, right? Because State of Decay is a co-op experience, right? That's the side that I like, too, that not only is it just me, but I can pull you in, I can pull my brother in, and we can pull in other friends to help us build this community. How much further are they looking to push the boundaries, right? Because we're always going around, we're taking... It was funny, State of Decay 2 posted something on Twitter the other day, and they were like, how many hours? Dude, people are like 2,500 hours. I was just like,
holy...
What else haven't you done in this game? I was like, what are you still doing? Like, it's just... It is nuts to think that the fandom is behind this. So when State of Decay 3 hopefully gets shown this year, I'm excited. I'm hoping we get an early release date for 2025. I don't think it comes this year, unfortunately, but I do think we get it next year because 2018, Scott, 2024, 2025, right? Like, think about the time span and all of that. And the DLC that came with all of State of Decay 2, right? So they've kept this almost like a games of service over at Undead Labs, which is super cool. Dude, I interviewed the devs on the definitive edition for 1. We got to talk about 2 as well. It's very exciting, right? So I'm anxious to learn more about 3. Maybe we can get them on the show. We can hang out. I'm just saying. So it's
That'll be a lot of fun.
Dude, but State of Decay is just a different zombie experience, right? And I love that experience. I think it's super cool, and I can't wait to see what other base building mechanics. I love base building. I'm a huge fan of rebuilding society in a sense. I don't know why.
You know, it's reminding me of, well, it's a good time to have that kind of feeling. Good spirit. But it reminds me of Dismantle, that game that we played where it's all about taking from the environment and building up your survival.
That's solo though, that's the problem.
I think that could work really well in the case of State of Decay 3, and you're right, that giant development cycle. How big, how ambitious are they going to make this one? Is this going to challenge, and I don't want to make the comparison because I think it immediately already wins, but this is going to be better than the day before. Oh. But is it going to have all of the aspects that the day before kind of tried to sell us?
So, like, State of Decay 2 had a story, right? But I wonder, like, now I'm going, like, Days Gone. Days Gone had a huge story focus. Is there a single player component there, or can I pull my brother in like I was able to last time and play the story and go that way? Like, how do they do this? Is it co-op from like the minute you start to the minute you end, or you just keep going, you keep building, you keep crafting, you keep, expanding kind of thing? Like, how much further can they really push this? I don't doubt they can really push it, but I'm curious, like, how far do they really take it?
I wonder if it's going to go the MMO route, where it's a persistent world, everybody's online, you're all kind of interacting with each other.
A game of service? Dude, like the game of service model?
It could be an entirely different game than I'm imagining.
What if it's State of Decay meets Sea of Thieves, right? So all of a sudden now we've got our group, and then we run into another group. We can either go friendly, or we go against them, right? And we try to take over their community. That's just... Dude, that could be nuts. And then
this sounds a bit like The Walking Dead at this point, but...
Right? But there's a lot to pull from, right? But there's a huge opportunity. If that is a part of that game, wow. Like, man, like, now you're terrified. You're checking in all the time to make sure your community is still standing. Kind of reminds me of Ark, right? You build your base, somebody comes over and absolutely destroys it. It's like, ow.
Oh, no.
Right? But hopefully there's like a safe zone or something that you don't completely lose everything. But, man... Very curious what we get into State of Decay 3. There's a lot of high hopes for me on this game because I love the franchise. So but I'm thinking 2025.
I think that's pretty fair.